going to keep it 100% real with you guys. I regret it. I 100% regret texturizing my hair, and I'm going to tell you exactly why, just in case you've been thinking about texturizing your hair. Hi, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today I want to talk about texturized hair. My experience with texturized hair. It's been almost a month since I texturized my hair, and I definitely have a couple of things to say about it. And on top of that, you guys have been asking me to kind of talk about it. Some people don't even know what texturizer is, so they're like, Joanna, so what exactly do you mean by texturizer? So for me, what I think texturizer is, or how I interpret texturizer, is that it's just like an in-between natural hair and relaxed hair. So you don't want to go like full-on relaxed, but then again, you don't want your hair to be completely natural. So what happens is they use a texturizer. They can either use a texturizer on your hair, like it's called texturizer, or they can use a relaxer on your hair, just now chemical on your hair. But then they don't let it stay on your hair for too long, unlike now if you are doing like a full-on perm. So when they apply whatever it is they choose to go with, or you choose to go with, it sits on your hair for a shorter time, not even shorter, a short time in general. You're not supposed to comb through the hair, it's just supposed to process very, very minimally, and it's basically just supposed to make your curl pattern loose. So it just becomes much, much easier to manage because it's not getting all tangled up left, right, and center, and then the curl pattern just becomes much loose, and also your hair can really be able to hold a curl. So for me personally, the reasons why I texturized my hair, I'm not gonna say it's because my hair was hard to manage. My wash days were really easy because of my type of hair. I don't have hair that tangles up. It's very easy to manage, so that was not my reason. Sometimes people who have this really, really hard hair, like 4C hair, and some hair types are really, really hard to manage because they just chicana so much and they get so tangled that you just get fed up. So when you texturize the hair and the curl pattern loosens up a little bit, at least it's a bit easier to manage. But that was not my reason. My reason was this: I would do all these hairstyles like twists, flat twists, bantu knots, and they wouldn't look good, honestly. Like, they would look okay, they would look like, I don't say mediocre, that's being harsh, but they just didn't look good. They were not popping, that's the word, they were not popping. So I wanted to texturize my hair because I wanted my hair to actually hold a curl. As in, I was putting in all this effort. I sit up at night for 1 hour just doing twist after twist after twist, bantu knot after bantu knot after bantu knot, and then the following day when I unravel it, it's just looking, it's just not looking cute. And then the worst part is, like 2 hours later, it's like I had done absolutely nothing to my hair. Guys, I tried different products, I tried different, like it was just my hair that said no. So I texturized my hair about a month ago. Probably some of the reasons that I'm going to say as to why I regret texturizing my hair could be because of how it was done. First of all, I used, I believe the guy who did my hair used a texturizer, like an actual texturizer, but it stayed on the hair for a bit too long, and also it was combed out. So naturally, of course, my hair did over process, and the end result was so disappointing to me because I expected my hair to still like have its curls when it was wet. It did at the base, but then the ends of the hair were just completely a mess. So it looked really nice and full here and had the curls. Then I just had like some stringy ends and I just despised it. In fact, 2 days after I got it texturized, I actually cut it. I told my sister, you're gonna cut off these ends. And we sat down, she cut, I cut, we cut off the ends, all those stringy ends of, you know, the texturized hair, because it was like the ends had like full on chemical, full on palm, like they were full on relaxed, and I just didn't want that. So if you guys notice, when I first texturized my hair and cut it, it was a bit longer than it was now, and maybe I will insert a photo either here or here. And then now I cut it, and now this is the length I have. So I still do regret texturizing because honestly, I just feel like it just doesn't look good when it's wet. That's the main thing for me. So I find myself having to always do something to the hair. I can't just do a wash and go because it still looks a bit stringy and just a bit off, as opposed to before when I could have definitely just done a wash and go and it looks cute and the curls are popping. But now I have to do either a twist out or bantu knots or something, otherwise the hair just doesn't look good. And who wants that? Who wants that? Like, see, some days you just want to not do any of that stuff, but I don't get that. I just don't get that anymore. So I will not be retexturizing my hair. I know maybe some of you guys might say, you know, maybe if you had gone to someone who, you know, did it better, it would have turned out well. But now with this bad first experience, I'm not even willing to try and get it done by someone who will do a good job or knows what they're doing or not over process or whatever. I'm done. I'm going back to my natural hair. The texturizer, I'm just gonna let the hair be and then just keep trimming out as it grows. I'm not, you know, with texturizer you have to keep doing it every so often. Every 3 months you have to retexturize. I'm not going to do that. But in the post, there's a post I had done when I told you guys that I was going to texturize my hair, and you guys had a lot of feedback. The feedback I was especially getting was from people who have that hair that chicanas, you know, that really hard hair that really gives people a headache when they're washing it, and they texturized their hair and they did it the right way. So it wasn't over processed, it wasn't combed through, it was well done, and they love it. They're loving their texturized hair because it's so much easier for them to manage. So don't take my bad experience, which I've said is a combination of just a bad experience overall, but also the way it was done wasn't the best. So just know that people who texturize their hair and it turns out beautifully and they love it. Don't let my experience deter you from texturizing if you want to. It's not all bad though. Let me not sit here and say, you know, like it's all bad. It's not, because the thing is, I got what I wanted, which is the fact that my hair can hold curls. Like, this is a twist out I have done, and it is popping. Okay, my natural hair would not have done this. It would just not have done this. Like, the curls wouldn't have been tight, they would have been really loose and just, yeah. So it's definitely holding a curl, and now I keep twist outs and flat twists for like 3-4 days, even 5 days, and they still look so sweet. So it's not all bad, and definitely I know when the texturizer like is over and now like I'm completely back to my natural hair, I will miss it. I will definitely miss it, because now I'll be back to doing my twists and bantu knots, and then them not pop, they don't pop, and they don't look good, and after 2 hours it's like I did nothing. So that is definitely a huge thing that I love about texturized hair. So that's it for this video. I hope I answered your questions. In case for those people who are asking what's texturized hair, how did you get your hair texturized, what does it feel like, let me also add, it's really soft. It's extremely soft, much softer than it was natural. So it's definitely soft. I think I would say you could consider texturizing your hair if it's really hard to manage, you know, that thick hair that she can has, and it just gives you a headache. So comment down below if you have any more questions for me. I will answer. I will keep it real with you guys. So comment down below if you have any additional questions. Comment down below if you've texturized your hair and regretted it and we're in the same boat. Encourage me. And also comment down below if you've texturized your hair and it actually worked in your favor, please, so that, you know, if someone is watching and they're like, oh yeah, I was so excited to texturize my hair and now I can't, give them hope, because not everyone has a bad texturizer experience. I need a drink. That was a lot of talking. Oh no, was my eyelash coming out the whole time? If it was, I'm so sorry guys, if it was. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.